not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
We're just trying to represent the values that Snow White is based in, the timeless values that we all loved growing up, that are sadly being forgotten in this new adaptation.
But it's hard. And it's lonely. It's very lonely. I just know that if that loneliness can exist, so can other things, and I will be okay.
Disney's upcoming live-action remake of Snow White has been making headlines, and most of the time, not in a good way. With Rachel Zegler's repeated comments regarding her opinion on the original story pushing fans away, the competition has now gained more fans than ever before. Brett Cooper, who is starring in the Daily Wire's Snow White, has not been silent about Disney's mistakes and has especially been open about why she feels better than Rachel. Many were initially taken aback by Disney's decision to cast a Latina actress in the iconic role of Snow White, a character deeply rooted in German folklore. For some, this move represented a refreshing step forward in embracing diversity, but others saw it as a departure from the story's European origins. However, it quickly became apparent that this wouldn't be the biggest issue surrounding the movie, as Rachel Zegler's comments and attitude towards the movie have put many fans off, something which has essentially become a much bigger problem than her looks. In fact, even after seeing the newest trailer for the movie, many are ready to jump ship as another production has decided to take things into their own hands. The Daily Wire's Snow White starring Brett Cooper is what many fans are now seeing as the true Snow White adaptation, as it's chosen to stay close to the movie's original values, something which Rachel Zegler has been extremely against. Rachel herself hasn't shied away from speaking her mind, as she expressed her discontent with the original 1937 animated movie in a series of interviews that have landed her in hot waters. She not only called the classic version creepy, but she even referred to Prince Charming's character as stalker-ish.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time. Cast a guy in the movie.
She didn't stop there either, as she hinted that the upcoming remake would distance itself from the traditional true love's kiss storyline, going instead for a more feminist twist on the tale.
What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
This bold departure from the beloved story sparked mixed reactions from fans, many of whom worried that Disney was straying too far from the magic that made the original film a cherished favorite for generations. Rachel's comments were quite unsettling to some, as many were outraged by the implication that the romance and fairy tale charm of the original were outdated or weird. The announcement that the new Snow White might even leave out something as important and culturally significant as the true love's kiss in favor of a more independent feminist take left many fans feeling like the heart of the story was being lost. After all, what would Snow White be without the timeless themes of love, friendship, and bravery? Many fans pointed out that this no longer felt like Snow White and that Disney was making a caricature of the beloved classic. The frustration was even shared by David Hand, the son of one of the original directors of Disney's 1937 Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. In an interview, David was very open in his criticism of the new direction Disney was taking. He didn't hesitate, as he called the remake insulting to both his father's legacy and to the original film. According to David, Disney was disrespecting its own history by modernizing the story to cater to current trends. They've lost touch with what made the original so special. This was something many longtime Disney fans completely agreed on, especially as many are now concerned that the studio is sacrificing its heritage in favor of appeasing modern audiences. The backlash against Disney's remake grew louder with each new development, and the controversy caught the attention of another entertainment powerhouse, the Daily Wire. The studio is known primarily for its political commentary. However, they've recently decided to dabble in filmmaking, as they've decided to take on the challenge of creating their own version of Snow White. The goal is to stay true to the original story while avoiding sprinkling modern politics in the narrative, as they aim to capture the traditional fairy tale spirit. It's these timeless values that they feel are what truly made the story resonate with audiences in the first place, as they've decided that they're just as relevant today. Brett Cooper, the actress cast as Snow White White in the Daily Wire's adaptation has quickly become a fan favorite. Her commitment to preserving the essence of the original story has struck a chord with audiences who feel disillusioned by Disney's reimagining of the beloved tale. Cooper has been vocal in her desire to respect the source material while still making the story engaging for today's viewers. In contrast to Zegler's outspoken critiques of the original film, Brett has emphasized the importance of maintaining the core values of the fairy tale.
That really is the main point. We're not trying to turn Snow White into something that it's not. We're not trying to turn Snow White into a MAGA conservative movie. We're just trying to represent the values that Snow White is based in, the timeless values that we all loved growing up that are sadly being forgotten in this new adaptation.
In one interview, Brett explained that their version of Snow White is meant to be a celebration of the classic story's most beloved elements, with a modern twist that still honors its roots of friendship, magic, inner beauty, and romance. She also made it clear that her portrayal would be historically accurate, pointing out that in the original Brothers Grimm version of the story, Snow White was depicted with long hair, something that was initially changed for Disney's 1937 version. This attention to detail is what has earned Brett a lot of praise, as it truly shows how dedicated she and the team is to bringing the Grimm brothers' legacy to life. As someone of German heritage, I am so glad to see someone making a classic German fairy tale that is true to the story: raven black hair, rose red lips, and skin as white as a new fallen snow, 7 dwarves, a prince, and true love. Thank you. Unlike Rachel, Brett has also been expressing her deep admiration for the original Brothers Grimm fairy tale for some time now, sharing how much she cherished the story as a young girl. In fact, she's been very open with how honored and excited she is to be able to bring back the same classic fairy tale that so many people grew up loving, emphasizing the importance of the values it represents.
We don't give a crap about being woke, but more importantly, our creative team actually gives a crap about the source material. They want to tell the original story with the values and the themes that made the Grimm brothers fairy tale so famous and important to begin with. Values like love and kindness and friendship and inner beauty versus vanity and romance, for Pete's sake, because apparently that's missing in 2023.
Fans have been incredibly excited to get such a fresh take from an actress portraying Snow White, as many have felt extremely demotivated by the way Rachel has been approaching the movie. Many believe that Brett might even be taking some direct hits at Rachel, as she was quoted saying, "I think that those are values that are missing a lot in our culture today. I'm very excited for you guys to be watching something that is beautifully shot and beautifully written, and experiencing that along with all of us." This wasn't the only time someone has pointed out that this seems to be directly addressing Disney's screw-ups, as others have also commented saying, "It's like a direct you to Disney. I think it's just funny that something like this is allowed to exist, and it's probably going to go head to head with Disney next year. It's about time we had some competition in this space. These massive corporate structures have formed, and something needs to disrupt it." The anticipation for the Daily Wire's version of Snow White definitely reached new heights with the release of its first teaser trailer, as fans flooded social media with positive reactions, praising the film for capturing the magic and nostalgia of the original. Fans flooded the comment section with praise as soon as the trailer was revealed, saying, "The fact that Brett doesn't hate her audience makes it better already. Congratulations." The difference between Brett and Zegler is astounding. You can even see in this video how happy Brett is to be in this movie. Definitely going to be way better than Disney's upcoming remake. Congratulations on the role. You deserve it, Brett. As the excitement surrounding the Daily Wire's project grows, some are speculating that their version of Snow White might even outperform Disney's remake at the box office, which would definitely be an incredible twist to witness, as fans have made it clear that they want studios to honor the classic blueprints of stories. Meanwhile, Disney seems to be scrambling to address the backlash surrounding their Snow White remake, as Rachel's outspoken criticism of the original film, coupled with her feminist take on the story, has not been well received by a significant portion of the fan base. Some even blame Rachel's comments for the overall bad press that the movie has been receiving, as many believe that her negativity is pushing even potential fans away. Not even the official teaser has been able to win fans over, as many are now not only unsatisfied with Rachel, but also with the overall look of the movie. I am not a Disney live action hater at all, but why do they all look like this? The finish, the style, none of it feels real. This seems to be why many fans are instead migrating to the Daily Wire's version of the movie, movie, as it not only portrays the movie in a recognizable light, but it's also controversy-free. I'm not excited because Rachel Zegler in it and she's not white as snow. I'm only gonna wait for Brett Cooper's Snow White and the Evil Queen. I think I choose Brett Cooper over Rachel Zegler's version of Snow White. Which movie do you guys think could win at the box office? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other video for more drama.